Okay, so we're going to download the blue marble that we're going to use for the top and for the front. We're just going to use that rough map to make it look rough. And I'm just going to go, you can go to any place that has, what you're looking for, but I'm going to go to this 3D textures here. And I'll just scroll down and let's look at maybe marble. I think this is where I found it. And so there's a gray marble, a blue marble. You can kind of come in and maybe pick which one you want. This one, this blue marble, I think is the one I use, so I'll go ahead and I'll pick on this. And it'll take me to the blue marble. You have to be careful. Don't pick these guys. These will download programs. Here is where you download all the maps. So click on this, and you can also buy them coffee if you're happy with their maps. And then it will show you the maps, and I'm just going to get the color map. So I'll download this color map, right? I'll save that image, right, and I'll go back to stone and I'll just put in a new folder and call it blue marble, right, and save that there, right, and I'll download it. And then let's go back to download all maps, and let's see, there's a displacement, but it's not very bumpy, right? It's just a little, we could download that guy, right? And so if I save this image as, right, and then go back, and you could get the normal map. There's a specular map too we could try out, and you can always come back. I'll just download the specular map, save image as, and save that. So just downloading the things that we're going to need. And then let's go and sort of make this guy, right? So you could also, if you wanted to, open up the blue marble and see if it's seamless. It should be. Let's open it up, and if we go to filter, other, and offset, right, you'll see that you can't see the seam. So it actually is seamless, right? If you move this guy around, right, it's not gonna update. So you can kind of check your files that way as well. Alright, so I'll minimize this guy, and I'm going to start a new file. This is actually a, if I back way out of this, this is actually a sandbox file that's quite empty, so I'm going to use one that I haven't used. And I would recommend when you start making textures that you use something like this and not do it in the file that has a ton of stuff in it, because it gets a little wonky, right? So in this file I have like a 3D view 2, I think it is, and if I go to this little airplane, I can just sort of scooch in that wall, and I just have 3 cubes set up that I can apply materials to. So what I'm going to do is open up my material library, my material editor, and create a new material down here. So I'll create a new material, and I will rename it, and I'll name it marble blue, right? And then I'll go and apply the materials to it. So I'm in the appearance tab, so I'm going to go get the image. So I'll click on that guy, and let's go to our stone folder, and I'll go to blue marble, and I'll pick this guy, right, and click OK. And that's going to put blue marble all over that guy. And then I'm going to left click on the image, and it's 1 foot by 1 foot. We could try it at that size. Let's go ahead and do 2 foot by 2 foot and see what happens, right? So if you do 2 feet, it'll make it bigger. And we'll kind of leave it at that for right now. The next thing I'll do, I'll go to the graphics and use render appearance, so it kind of makes it blue. So now I have the blue marble. Now I'm going to go ahead and create another new material, and I will rename it. I'll rename it, how about marble rough? Okay, and I'll use render appearance for that. I'll go to the appearance, and I will get the same blue marble, right? So I'll pick that blue marble and open that, and I'll go ahead and click on this guy, and I'll also change it to 2 feet, right? So it'll be the same as the other one, the scale, and click done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put a bump map on this one. So if I click on that bump map, it will open it up, and I'm not going to get the blue marble one. So I'm going to go to my roughness, and I'm going to get that the roughness 03. Let's see, did I do the, let's do the roughness 02, right? And click OK, and we'll open that. And we'll go ahead and set that guy to 2 feet as well and see how that works, and click done. So now I kind of have these two different materials that I can play with. The only other thing I would recommend, and we can kind of look at this when we apply them, is I often will change the image fade. So let's do that when I apply them and we come back. All right, so click OK here, and the next video we'll put them on the cubes and play with them.